Rich dwarf iron though. I'll grab that first. Okay, so I think we've got about 7 quests, or 6 quests. I think one of them auto completed. So
does not come easily among the
yeah.
brave galore.
And obviously the Lost Dwarfs is just a very good quest, don't they? So.
The hills of Angmar are not friendly to the unwary.
Greetings, Sothra.
Actually, I might even ding off this. Actually, I need 20k.
You are a stranger to these.
You're like a full level ahead of me now, then.
20k with double. I haven't done anything more since I did that little bit outside, just to get my own level 45 class quest out of the way, so I don't have to worry about that when it comes round.
And in these last 2 upstairs.
You do not truly know the difficulties we face. You will not bow down to the Iron Crown.
What's the last one? There she is.
Oh.
Trust does not come easily among the brave galore.
Okay, so we've got 2 follow-up quests then. Okay, so there's the ancient Ironscale. If you can sneak around, yeah. I'll see if I can slow him down. I might have just stopped him before he goes too close to the bog lurker. Yeah. As long as the bog lurker doesn't come any closer, we should be alright. Oh. Yeah, this turtle is a bit bigger than the last one. Hopefully it doesn't hit us. It should hit about the same, I'd say.
Yeah, he's hitting about the same.
That's not too bad then, we can manage that.
Providing we get a couple of CJs or whatever, it'll be fine.
Yeah. We'll get as late as possible though.
There goes my first ever surrender.
That's quick.
I'm a spoon DPS, and I wasn't kiting.
Alright, I'm getting ready to pop it. Oh, there's a swamp lurker about to come in though. Oh no, you just managed to sidestep it. That's alright, okay. Oh, we might want to move. Just about. Careful with your kiting.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm trying not to kite too much because I'm aware, that we're being mobs around us.
It's immune to stuns, apparently. Oh no!
It's fine, it's fine. I've
He's
still
immune
got
to
my
dazes as well. There we go.
There's my second never surrender.
Thankfully, we won't need a third. Okay.
Wardening is easy. All you need is 2 never surrenders.
Yeah. Okay, so that one's handing him back in the town. So we need to ride to the northeast then, to the passage through the mountains to find this silk lady woman. Okay, so this guy here is what's known as a roving threat. And there's a couple of these guys scattered around Angmar and some of the other, well, I want to say high level regions, but like the level 50ish areas, there's a couple that have been added.
Misty Mountains is the other one,
Yeah.
that's got it in this part of the world.
What's the third one they added in, of the older regions?
It was...
Is it Forakel?
No, it wasn't Forakel, was it? They added
I'm
it
sure
to
there's a third one.
Angmar Misties. Then there's the Gondor one, the Gondor threat.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, these guys are rather nasty. They're like level 100 content, even though they're in a level 50 max region. 771,000 morale. That would one-shot me if I got anywhere near it. It would see through my stealth because it's way higher than me. I ain't going to go close to that, but he's a bit badass. Even if it's a straight-up tank and spank fight, so we'll leave him be. We're not going to bite off more than we can chew with that one.
Would need more than 2 never surrenders for that.
Yeah, so...
Or a level 100 one.
Well, yeah, you'd survive more than one hit purely because you'd get your never surrender proc, but I would get pounded into the ground like a nail. So yeah, let's go hand these quests in then. Back at the town. Okay, so just hand in these 2 quests. One of which that I forgot to hit the record button on, but we'll pretend that never happened. Nobody will ever know, even though I've just said it.
Well played.
Yeah, well played. So, Blood Pact, challenge the Silk Lady. We're not doing that because that's a fellowship quest, isn't it? So...
Yep, we've got no chance of really being able to do it. It's deep inside that camp that we didn't record.
Greetings, Sothran.
Okay. And that quest is done there. Okay, so I'm going to start heading eastwards. And meet you guys when we get to the row of statues. Okay, so we're back then, and we're kind of in the middle of the Malonhad swamp. Just east of where the worms were. And you can see there's this line of unpleasant looking statues. Now, if you haven't got to the point where you're at book 6, chapter 7 in the Epic Line story, you don't have... I want to say the tech, but that's not the right word. But you don't have the ability to get past these statues without them. Yeah, the passive trait is.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, if you get too close to these statues, you could get a fear effect. There we go, that one there. Natural effect itself is just going to do a slight bit of damage over time. But if you don't have that passive trait, it's an insta kill, which is quite funny to lead noobs to their death the first time they play for Angmar.
Aren't you the kind guy?
I know, I'm such a lovely person. But as you see, the moment we get past this statue, there's a jump up in level. The local wildlife is now like level 47. It's orange to me because I'm 44. So yeah, take a bit more caution. Strangely enough, the turtles are still 43 or 44. But so from here we need to head southeast to where the dwarf holding was. So we did get a pre-quest to come to this place at some point. It's probably from Alcar, I think.
I think it's from the camp in the middle, Falacaro,
Phalacro, yeah.
Falacro, yeah.
It's somewhere one of those bits. It wasn't from the swamp, so...
and the epic book leads you this way as well.
The epic book also does lead you in there, and we're going to have a somewhat epic cutscene anyway. But this town is kind of hidden in like a little valley behind the swamp. There's two ways in, so this is one way where I'm approaching here. There's another way further west, just up where that slope is over there. But you'll see, as soon as we get in here, there's randomly some dwarves. Not really sure why they're here. There's no law reason for them to be here to my knowledge. They just are.
Well, the dwarves kind of had like establishments all up and down the
this is
city map.
true, but they probably heard that there was something good to mine here, and you know what dwarves are like when that comes in. So we're going to have a stable master as well, so we can tag him. He's got swift travel to Alkire, to Gathorfner, which is kind of like the end camp of the region. And recently added, there is Laurelin's camp, which is where
After much
after
demand.
7 bloody years, they finally add that.
Years, we can
And
finally ride into the rift of Nagarush.
Nobody who's recently started playing the game will even know the horrors of that. But Laurelin's camp is this far bit up into the northeast, the Rift of Ner'zgashu. Bear in mind, back in the old days, the map was never fully explored for you. It used to be fog of war until you went up there. So there's always this like unexplored region of Angmar, which you might not even have realised existed. But it's beyond all these horrible like level 50 like mobs that are like fellowship required to take them down, elite masters. And you have to run this bloody gauntlet, and then you get to the camp, and inside the camp is the instance. So before instance join exists, you had to physically enter that door, and you had to make the run, or get summoned there from the camp. But
yeah, leave your captain there. And
yeah,
leave your hunters
as long as one man makes it through the gauntlet, it's fine. Oh, those were the days.
Your hunter or your captain's, leave your hunter's campfire or your captain just permanently living.
Right. So I'm going to go and approach this Braeglar the Ranger. So I'm going to have a quick cutscene. So I'm going to go quiet for a bit.
Won't, but you can believe that you will.
Isn't there a cutscene? I thought it was cutscene after you find him. Okay.
No, the cutscene was after you conquered the Watching Stones, where you found out about Goldir, and Coronia told you to go find him.
I thought we had another one, but alright. So,
in case
book 7, chapter 1.
I will refer you to this good YouTube Let's Play that we are currently doing.
Yes.
A few episodes previous.
Yes. Alright. So we have to find the Rangers of Gathorfner. That's a bit further along in Angmar questing. We're putting that on the back burner because Gathorfner is up in this northern region in Himbar, and we've got a long way to go before we arrive there. So we'll pretend that one's, not on the radar for now. Because I've completed book 6, which is the first epic book that a fella's actually done as well. I've got the Shadows of Angmar meta deed popping up for doing book 1 to book 8, because volume 1's actually volume 2 is broken into 2 as well.
Yeah.
So books 1 to 8, and then 9 to 15. Or is it?
Yep.
It's 15, isn't it? Yeah.
It is 15, yeah.
Is the second deed, and then volume 2 has 9 books plus some epilogues, but that's broken into 1 and 6, and then 7 to 9. And then volume 3.
Is everything 6?
Volume 3. Well, volume 3 is one big one, and then volume 4 is obviously a new one, which is ongoing at this point in time.
Yeah.
So
volume 3 basically picks up after you leave Mirkwood and Dolgador and start heading down the Great River, heading down the Anduin, following the Fellowship.
Stay a moment.
And that basically takes you all the way from then to all the way to the end of like the Rohirrim Plocker arc with the Fall of Isengard, and everyone kind of reuniting at the end of that. Then volume 4 picks up as you hit the Pass of the Dead, following Aragorn into Gondor.
One of those ranges is bugged for me. He's got a quest ring, but there's nothing actually to pick up.
He's been bugged like that for a while.
Yeah, okay. So there's quite a few quests in this region. I'm just going to pick up absolutely everything.
I think it does give you a quest later after you've done maybe the first batch of quests.
Quite possibly.
The dwarves give you or something, I can't remember. There is a reason why it shows up with the quest, but you can't. Anyway.
Right.
Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
So again, we've got another batch of, I don't know, about 6 or 7 quests.
As well as one of your favourite ones in the area, the Talk to Nethror, the Secret of the Swords.
I do like that one, because that's quite a bit of XP. I've got some tasks, which I can probably hand in.
And you say you've never actually done the final instance associated with that?
I've never done that. I'm pretty sure I've never done that anyway.
I think it's a small fellow, so I think we might be able to do it with the pair of us.
It could be interesting to at least give it a go. Okay, so the bit where we have to talk to the guard captain's actually the second round of quests, but I like that one because that's so easy, for reasons we'll see when we get there.
The old defend the town.
Actually, I didn't hand in one of those tasks, but whatever. So I kind of know what I'm doing. I guess we'll mop up some of the insects in the swamp first.
Yeah, this will be quite a long haul, depending on how far out we decide to do before we hand in.
This is true, because as soon as I hit 45 we can drop tools and go do some interesting detour stuff, but spoilers. I'm thinking possibly, well, if we do Gebel Shatter entirely, probably risk hitting 46 in my sense. You already are, but...
You say risk it as if there's...
Yeah. There's nothing negative about it. Obviously, it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, high level is better, really. But... Okay, so at least with two of us, it is quicker to kill some of these guys, even though they're slightly high level. I mean, they're probably on level for you, aren't they? Pretty much.
No, these are 48, so some of the leeches and that, so
okay.
They're yellow even to me.
Okay, so I need one more Norbog leg, and then we need these Brimstone Leeches.
There is quite the leap up in terms of mob level at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of the leftovers from, like, obviously before free to play and all that. You were kind of expected to kind of do a bit of questing in one town in one region, and head off to a different town in a completely separate region, kind of go a lot more back and forth. Whereas obviously since free to play, certainly with the regions they've revamped, they've tried to streamline them so you can just go from start to finish in one region. But Angmar's one of the regions that hasn't really been revamped since then, so that's two tongues. I actually need another leg, so
yeah, I've got an Orbog here.
So yeah, Angmar's still slightly disjointed. I mean, you can still go straight through, really. I mean, alright, so I'm 44, some of these guys are 48. It's doable, they're not particularly hard mobs.
I mean, the main thing was, yeah, the end game areas were split between here and the Misty Mountains, but they've since like lowered the Misty Mountains almost by a little bit because it now starts a bit earlier, and
obviously Thorokel, which wasn't in the game at launch, obviously became another one of those end game regions, 40 to 50ish. So
yeah, when that was released with
book 13.
Book 13, yeah.
I don't know. Well, there weren't obviously numbered updates back then, but
was it book 13?
it was. It was, yeah, because that's the one with Arvedui in that, isn't it?
Yeah. Alright.
And dealing with the Palantir lore and how some of the Palantirs got lost, and
the lost rings.
the ring of
whatever.
Barahir and all that.
Which is not lost, apparently. Oh,
Well, it's not lost because it's found.
Lost and found, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was never really lost. It was just given to someone for safekeeping. So.
Literally found in the lost and found.
Yeah.
The forest shell lost and found.
Okay, so that's that quest done.
Orcs for breathing space then? Yeah, over
let's just
in this.
work out. So, gems are to the north. Arena of Mayfad's probably pushing our luck.
Yeah.
So we'll pretend that one's not there. Secret of the Swords, talk to Nephror.
He's off to the west,
So,
far west.
do we actually have to do that before we can connect? We don't, do we?
I don't believe you do, no.
Okay, so we won't worry about that. We'll talk to him when we've got all 7 swords.
We'll find out, because one of the...
Tools of the Orcs would rather mine and Desperate Straits we've got. So, yeah, just those 4 quests. I then gather the 7 swords.
One of the camps is just up here, I'm going to go.
Yeah, so this 7 sword quest, there are 7 boss men, if you want to call them that are scattered around kind of up the eastern side of the swamps and in the foothills slightly east of where we are at the moment. So that Angmar that look like this guy here. They have special names. Each of them will drop a magical sword. You're going to have space in your inventory for each sword though, so all 7 swords. So this one's got the Sword of Innis.
They're actually not even
So-
Angmar really, they're hillmen, aren't they?
Well, everything's really a hillman in it, so... Hillmen are everywhere! Wherever there's hills, there's a hillman.
And the way,
So-
the way this kind of fits into lore is that these 7 swords, which have been kind of like passed down, these were originally wielded by infamous warriors of Rundar when when the kingdom was overrun by the hillmen back in the earlier Third Age, leading to during Angmar's conquest of the north. And each of the swords has a small text caption description associated with it about why it was so, why it or its wielder was so dreaded by the Free Peoples.
So yeah, each sword is a quest starting item. I could accept these quests, but since I've only got 6 quest slots, I'll just keep it in my bags for now and accept it as soon as I'm ready to hand in. But yeah, as Hal said, if you read the quest text, you get some background on each one. Might as well go inside the camp proper, I guess.
And originally this was a director of the quest that has us go and talk to Nephror. He's a Dunedain lorist essentially, who's looking into the history of these swords, and he's basically off at a almost Arthurian type thing. There's you go and there's a tower, and surrounding it is like pedestals to put swords in. Very I feel it's kind of Arthurian almost in design, but yeah. You get a fun follow-up quest after that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to give that one a go. As a side note about this camp, it's very good for farming rep for the North Downs for the Rangers of Estelden. You're going to see us get quite a lot of War Master's lashes from these guys. Even though they're in Angmar, and you'd expect them to drop Angmar rep, but
a
whatever.
slightly annoying thing, yeah, that again, because of how the old system works, this area gives a reputation for a region that's already been and gone.
Yeah. On account of the fact that these orcs are basically going to be moving towards Estelden, so they're the enemies of Estelden, rather than the enemies of the people in Angmar proper.
But so it's the Council of the North
It's the Angmar region, yeah.
and they're all based up in Gathorth now. So you actually don't start acquiring rep with the actual faction in Angmar until really quite late on in the area. But then
Might as well go south because we need some defilers.
Yeah. But then the instances do grant you rep, and since the instances were the original end game, you were doing them quite a bit anyway, so you no doubt would get the rep that way. Hello, Captain.
Goodbye, Captain, my Captain.
He's taking me spear,
LOL.
but he can never take my shield.
There we go, it's got my last axe. So yeah, there's 3 defilers that sit around this campfire. So it's nice and easy to do. Sod your ambush.
I'm still doing it.
Oh, no, you're still doing it. I'm waiting for no man. Interrupt him. Right, let you get that off.
The boot!
We're getting quite a few nice statuses on us, aren't we?
What
For
do I
ourselves.
care?
I know you don't really care. Yeah.
Got a 5-second cooldown on first aid.
Okay, so we still need orc picks from these guys,
Still
as
use
well as,
skirmish-
as well as a
still
couple of
use
skirmishes.
skirmish,
Yeah, I've got one.
I see.
Okay, it's 4 of 4. Still need 2 picks.
Yeah, so do I.
But I'm not sure if they...
I think it's the skirmishers
Yeah.
that picks, isn't it?
I don't know if it's specifically hard-coded to the skirmishes, but
Yeah,
certainly that seems to be, yeah,
If you hold
more likely.
warriors and that, there's no quest associated with it.
Okay, it should be one
Skirmishers
along
around the
this
far
wall.
side of the tent, yeah. Ambush through the trees!
I didn't get one.
Nope.
Try going south. There should be another one on the ridge. There's a warrior. Maybe not. But there is Ancient Silver, a tier 5 ore.
Tiny.
I'm not sure if we've come across that yet on the Let's Play, but now that we're in the kind of like the back half of Angmar, we're starting to get the tier 5 nodes.
Yeah, I've found a couple of black ash deposits, and there's one just up here, so I'm off to go get this one.
So for ores, that's Ancient Iron and Ancient Silver as the rare one. Black Ash Wood for woodworkers, and an assortment of relic-y stuff for the other guys. That's a defiler.
There's a couple of skirmishers at this camp as up, just sitting around this.
Oh, you're still on the hill, are you? I found one down here, so...
Ah well, I'm killing these one up here. Have fun with those.
I might be able to drag it close enough so we're both in each other's range. Just about. But the problem is he's an archer, so... There we go, I got the pick anyway because I was close enough. I can run back and kill this guy now. But yeah, if you just jump down when you're back.
Geronimo!